Happy Friday. Welcome to Rebuilding Hollers, come hell or high waters. My name is Stephanie Johnson, and I will be your host for the evening. We've got some fabulous updates for y'all today. Big things happened this week, including 80-degree weather and snow. So it's definitely been wild here in the mountains of Western North Carolina. And we are 1 week away from pulling the winning ticket on our raffle here at Rebuilding Hollers. I know you want to get a ticket for this incredible brand new 2025 Kawasaki T-Rex. It is amazing, brand new, off the showroom floor, 2-seater, ready to go. We have tickets still available for $20, or if you buy 5, you get 1 free. So make sure that you go get one of these. You can buy them online. You can buy them here in person at the Hollers, just below Shoal Creek Baptist Church. We have them available at Barn Charm in Burnsville, at DT's in downtown Spruce Pine, at River Life Country Store in Pensacola, and at the Peterson store down in Huntdale. So any of those places you can stop and get a ticket. Pretty please buy a ticket to win this. We are on the 1 week countdown. In 1 week from today, we'll be live on the podcast with a special guest pulling the ticket. And I know you want to be part of it. So pretty please make sure to get your ticket. We also have our Cruise into the Hollers event, heavy in planning right now. I'm so excited about it. This is going to be Memorial Day weekend here in Burnsville. We have an incredible festival being planned to bring our community out and to bring our friends from all over the country that came to help us during the storm. We want them to come back and visit with us and spend their money with us locally and see what still has to be done. We have so much to be done. We've come a long way, but there's still so far to go. So we want everybody to see that. This week, y'all, I'm so excited about this week. First, before I get too far along, if you're watching us live, make sure if you have any questions, just type in #rebuilding. And my amazing friend Russ, who is backstage, will pop those questions up. And that way we can answer any questions you have or just interact with you. We're so thankful that you're here and watching with us. So let's get into what the projects are doing. Right now, project number 3 is hanging their sheetrock. And y'all know sheetrock is a big deal because that's the first big finishing touch. That's what you're going to see on your walls forever. Sheetrock is a big deal. And so right now, project number 3 is hanging their sheetrock. Next week, project number 8 will be hanging their sheetrock. It's going to be delivered on Wednesday, and the sheetrock hangers will be there on Thursday. So we're so excited about that. Project 17 is pouring the forms for their gas tanks, which I'm so excited to get fuel back in Huntdale. So they're pouring the forms, and then hopefully the tanks will be set in the next week. So we're real excited about that. Project number 30 just got their paving done, and we have waited, it seems like almost a year for that paving to get done. We just have limited pavement contractors around here. They've been working on a lot of roads. And so finally, their house was completely flooded during the storm. So they moved up the mountain, and their driveway was steep. Of course, a new road being cut in. We couldn't get the gravel to hold. Pavement was our last resort option, and we made it happen. So I'm so excited about that. Project number 77 is almost done with their sheetrock. That is a business in downtown Spruce Pine that has 2 sides to it. So one is all office sides, and the other one is like a rental space. And so the new occupant has taken possession. They're finishing up a couple things, and we're going to have an incredible brand new business in downtown Spruce Pine. And I'm so excited about that. Project 98, I got to see them last week. They're doing wonderful. They have the floors in, the bathroom is done, their walls are done. They're ready to install the floors, but the roof is leaking. And this is an old historic cabin that I think was built in like 1892. So I said, we need a new roof. That's why it's leaking, because it's old and it's tin. So we're excited to replace that roof. We're going to go back with metal, but it's going to be magical. I'm so excited. Also, Project 174 is hanging their sheetrock right now. So we've got 3 in sheetrock phase, which is so amazing. And then our new house that was finally just set this past Wednesday. We're so excited about Project 510. So that is the one, the second high school build. So our friends at Mountain Heritage High School in the construction technology program built that house. It was delivered and set with a crane on Wednesday, and the roof was almost done today. So this one is a little different from the last one. It has dormers upstairs and a couple of unique things like that. So we're real excited about Project 510. Our crew will be back on Monday. One is going to be working on the roof. Another one's going to be working on the porch. So we're going to be pushing really hard to get that family home super fast. So I'm so excited about all of the things. We have so much going on. Don't forget to get your raffle ticket. And without further ado, I'm so excited to introduce y'all to our most fabulous guest tonight. This is my friend, Matt Hopson. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
So you've been doing good?
Yeah.
You are our second guest on the podcast.
Yep.
And we have been working together a lot this last, I looked the other day, it's like 532 days.
Yeah.
We've been at this, going through this situation.
Yep.
And it's been crazy. How's my friend doing?
Good.
Yeah. We haven't killed anybody.
Not yet.
Everything's going really good.
Doing good.
Yeah. You got your family's home.
Yes.
But sometimes getting home I think what a lot of people don't realize is getting home is not the end.
No, it's not.
Because, what we left behind, because you didn't rebuild where you were.
No, I spent 52 years.
Yeah.
Before we was up.
Yeah. And that's hard.
It is.
That's hard.
To pack up and leave.
Yeah. Well, and you really didn't even get a chance to pack up.
No. Just left.
Yeah. You just had to go because
we did.
Everything in your home was destroyed.
Yeah.
And you've recently made a video about that because it's been 530 some days. And your home was completely annihilated.
Yeah.
And you said you were the first to start building in the county.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm not waiting. I have another piece of property and I'm going to start building.
Yes.
And so was that like October 15th?
We poured the footings on it on October the 16th.
October 16th you started. And so you moved fast to get into your new place. And your family's home and stable. But where you left was behind your parents' house.
Yes.
So it's not like it's ever far from your mind.
No. My mom and dad relives it every day.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're still
they see it every day.
Yeah. And so recently you went back.
Yeah.
And made a video about what had happened.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
And let's show our friends a little bit about what was going on in the Hopson Holler.
A year and a half gone by and it still hurts to come and relive and walk through everything that happened on that September the 27th, 2024. But by the grace of the good Lord, we all made it out alive. And we're all healthy, safe, got a new house to live in, clothes on our back.
So right here, I want to pause right here at this. So we just watched, this was where you pulled up into your park driveway and into your garage. And there's so much stuff still outside.
Yeah.
Outside, because it was everything in your home.
Yeah. A lot of it was washed around, and where we tried to go through and save what we could. And where she paused this at is my gun safe. And it took us 7 days before we could ever get the safe out of the house because of the mud and everything that was in it. And when we got it out, me and one of my good friends, my son's good friends, Caleb Marsh, took and worked on that probably a couple hours before we ever got it sawed open. And I took I had a concrete concrete cutoff saw I had left in my pickup truck that didn't get washed away. And we put a steel blade in it, and I went through about 3 blades to get it cut out. And I had a pair of overalls on. They caught on fire, and I've still got a scar on my leg where it burnt trying to get it cut open. We got it cut open, and just about everything in it was ruined. It was where it stayed in there so long, filled up with water. So it did.
Because it did. It was mud and water, and y'all. I mean, you just had to dig through and dig through.
It was.
And so your son Tyler, who we affectionately call Tub, and his best friend Caleb, who we affectionately call Mush. And they're not babies anymore. No. They're in their 20s, 21.
Be 21.
They'll be 21 this spring.
Yeah, Tyler will be 21 this month, and Caleb will be 21 in April.
Yeah. So they work endlessly. Yeah. Just trying to help you and your amazing wife Dawn.
Try to save what we could.
Yeah. Let's take a look inside.
Food on the table. Thought I'd just walk through and share with everybody that what it looks like after still sitting here for this many months. Well, a year and I guess 4 or 5 months now.
And that water
is all halfway
up the wall.
Oh yeah, 6 foot 8 inches is what the FEMA guy measured, was 6 feet 8 inches deep on the walls.
6 foot 8 inches in your house. And we weren't expecting this.
No, we weren't.
Okay, let's keep going.
Still waiting on our lovely government to decide what they're going to do with this. We were supposed to have had some answers back in October, and they said 2 to 4 years now.
So wait a minute. So the two more years until they're ready to deal with this?
2 to 4 years. So when we signed up, so my place was condemned by the county. So the inspectors came out, looked at it, condemned it, couldn't build back. So when they condemned it, that gave me, I could sign up for the mitigation, which was the buyout. So we had we met, I think, if I'm not mistaken, at the town center in Burnsville somewhere around Thanksgiving, maybe December, to sign up for the mitigation part. So they told us that it would take probably up to 9 months before we see any help. So that 9 months passed by, and about probably I guess it's been 3 months ago, we got an email.
I'm sorry, I got to step out real quick. My kid just got in an accident. I'll be right back. Just hang on. Hey, Sid's in a wreck? Yep. Is she okay? Where are they?
Right here at the intersection, pulling out of the hair salon.
Oh my God.
Right across the street from the butcher.
Are you at her? Shit. Oh God. Okay. Dad's on the way, but my kid, she's just pulling out of the hair salon and got in a wreck.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
You need to stop this.
No, we gotta tell your story.
Okay.
And Tyler's there. Yeah. You have her keys, and she's gonna. Thank you. Dawn is here, which is Matt's wife, and she works with Sid. So, golly, we're living the full blown life.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Dawn. Oh God, sorry. Okay. We'll keep going through this.
Okay.
And then I'm so sorry, y'all. That's not normal. I have to jump up and go, but y'all know I'm a mom to a 20-year-old, and so when stuff goes down, stuff goes down. So let's keep playing this video while I look up insurance information.
See,
Sorry.
What everything still looks like. Here's what it looks like piled up in the backyard. At the bathroom window, my neighbor Barry's place. Just gonna do a walk through. People that you just can't comprehend in your mind what actually it looked like and took place unless you was just standing and watching it happen. I spent my whole life right here. Mom and Dad's house is up on the hill above this one, born and raised here. Good Lord lets me live till one of the boys' rooms till July. I'll be 53 years old, so just unreal. Going back through, it's one of the bathrooms which you can't hardly see. I had a rock walk-in shower built for the boys. Here's, just devastated it. Laundry room coming down here. This out here was completely, you can see the water line almost completely up to the ceiling. The water in here, just a mess. Back through. Just junk and said just unreal.
It's completely unreal. This is
Yeah,
completely. Thank you, Russ. We'll jump off that video. It is so intense to think this is your whole life.
Oh yeah.
You have worked your whole life
Yeah.
to build that home for your family, a safe haven for your boys and your wife and you, right there at your mom and daddy, so you could take care of them. And here we are, 530 some days, and it's still just like that.
Just like that.
And if you hadn't have went and started building a new house, you couldn't rebuild there.
No.
It was, even if we couldn't fix the house, we couldn't tear the house down. I mean, if we tore it down, you couldn't rebuild, and you wouldn't want to rebuild right there.
No. I wouldn't be back if they'd let me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's, people don't realize what, I guess, the mental state that you go through and you relive. And I don't wish this on anybody, but until you have actually went through something like this, and it's like a guy told when we was rebuilding our new house. People look at it and you think, well, you've lost what you've had, but the problem is with that, me and my wife not only lost what we had, but I had three sons
Yes.
that lost what they had. And at that time, my youngest one was probably 8 years old, and Tyler was probably 19. Corbin was 24 at the time. So you don't realize, my 9-year-old, if he lost a dump truck, that meant as much to him as it did me as if I'd have lost a pickup truck.
Right.
People does not realize that, what the small kids go through right on up.
Right.
And it's just it's a mental thing that you deal with. I was up there another day this week, so it's getting a little bit easier for me to go as I go up there. But it's still, every time you go, you relive it. And we're going to go back to before we start the video the first time. The mitigation part, we're supposed to had seen some help 9 months. So they had a meeting in October. One of our county commissioners, Jeff Whitson, had been to the meeting. As soon as he got out, he called me and he said, Matt, we were supposed to have some money in October. They're telling us now 2 to 4 months or 2 to 4 years before we see any money to help with the buyout. And, there's people in the county that is still paying mortgages on what they have lost.
Yep.
Washed away and having to pay. It's either pay the mortgage or ruin your credit.
Right. And then you can't get another home.
Exactly right. Because, the bank don't care. They could care less. The only thing they're worried about is getting their money.
Right.
And that's where we're at right now. This video that you're watching right now where they're pausing, actually our sheriff, Shane Whitson, when he seen, or Shane Hilliard, Shane Hilliard, when he seen this, sent it to our Senator, Bud Edwards. I made this video, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday. The very next morning, I got a phone call. I started on to answer it, and I did. I thought it might have been a job. And it was his office calling and asking what kind of help that they could get because of what they could do for us because I made this video.
Yeah.
You know, but the only help that we need is they need to back up what they said they was going to do to start with, and they've not done it.
That's right. Because when you signed up in November,
Yeah,
and I apologize, I had to rush out.
that's fine.
But your wife went to handle it for me. She's doing the mama thing for me. So when you signed up, and the plan is the way this is supposed to work is the county takes your application,
Yep.
they approve it, they say, yes, there has been this has been destroyed, and you're approved for a mitigation buyout.
Yeah.
They submit it to the state, then the state approves it, and then it goes to FEMA.
Yeah.
And then FEMA is in turn supposed to give the money to the state,
Yep.
which then gives the money to the county, and then the county buys your land.
Yes.
And then they turn it into a green space.
Yes.
Clean it up.
Yeah.
Demo it.
Yeah.
Because if you were to do the demo and the cleanup alone, I mean, you're talking 20, 30,000.
They told me 30,000+.
Yeah.
And the deal is with this, I could already had it cleaned up for free, but through the mitigation where we signed up for that, we cannot touch it. It has to stay just exactly the way it is until they come in and assess it and take it over.
Right.
So
And it's been torturing you the whole time.
it has.
Because it's still your property.
It is.
You're still paying taxes on it.
Yes.
Then they haven't reduced your taxes.
Yep.
And we're still waiting. And
We
now
are.
they're saying it could be another 2 to 4 years
2 to 4 years.
before they'll give you anything.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
And they will not give us an update. And that was the thing when the Senator Bud Edwards' office called and talked to me about it. He said, I said, an update once a month would be good on this. But anyway, you know how that goes. So I told them, and I've not heard nothing else from either side as far as that goes.
Right. But our county commissioners, you feel, have been, I mean, Jeff has been
Really great.
Yeah, he's been good
He's-
to you.
He has. When I got the email so I got an email, probably it's been 6 weeks ago, said that North Carolina was going to get some money for the mitigation. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it said $19 million. And it didn't say, it said they hadn't decided which part of the state it was going to. So I called Jeff. I didn't get an answer, and he texted me, and he said, me and Mark, I guess later,
Another
the other commissioner was in Greensboro in a meeting concerning some of this. He said, I'll call you back. So he called me back, put me on speakerphone, and he said the $19 million that we were supposed to get, they finally decided to send it to Western North Carolina, and it was supposed to be divided up equally between, I guess, the 6 counties, which that only leaves, a little over $3 million a piece for each county, which is not a drop in the bucket. So as far as I know right now, Yancey County has spent $55 million out of their pocket on the cleanup already.
Right.
They have not got paid back.
No.
They're still owed $77 million on top of that to finish up the cleanup and the rest of the mitigation, which is $122 million. So, and that's where we stand right now. And that was what I was told from the commissioners. That's been, I guess, 6 weeks ago. So I don't know if anything's changed yet or not, but we've still not heard anything else yet. So, but like I said, there's a lot of people hurting, still living in campers, paying a mortgage. They don't have anything. What do you do? Pay the mortgage that's done and gone, file bankruptcy, or not pay it, lose your credit, can't get a loan, So that's where we're at. And I'm really disappointed right now in how Western North Carolina has been forgotten after we was promised that we wouldn't be forgotten. And we have been.
Yes.
A lot of this has been swept under the rug and trying to forget us and do away with us.
Right. It's true. And it feels like that.
It does. And, and I know there's a lot of things going on in the country, but still yet, take care of your own people.
Right. Well, because, I mean, it's been a year and a half.
Yeah, it has.
And now they're going to push it out even more.
They are. And they're trying to continue to push it out. They are.
And the cleanup and the mitigation, I mean, so we've got 2 types of mitigation. We've got flood mitigation.
Yep.
So when the home was completely flooded, and then we have landslide mitigation. And that is where the homes that were taken out in the landslide. And every one of these neighbors are trying to hold on. They're living in campers or renting a house, still paying their mortgage because they don't want to lose their land, and still no end in sight.
No.
And every day having to look at the destroyed.
Yes. And not only my place, so I was in between 2 neighbors, and theirs was as bad as mine was. And like I said, my mom and dad lives on the hill above it. They only have to look at my place every day, but both of our neighbors also too. And it's just. And my mom told me, I guess it was probably last week. She said, "I don't know how much longer I can take you." She said, "I might be able to take it another year." She said, "It's just," and you can imagine having to get up and look at it every day when you get up and relive it. It's just, it's sad. It is. It's sad that the people of the United States of America have to suffer and go through what we do for them to take care of our foreign countries. And it's just not right. And
Yeah.
I'm just speaking for myself, and nobody else, but that's my opinion. Everybody's got one. So,
Well, you're entitled to it.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, we are. And it don't matter which side of the politics, which side of the ticket you are, you have to come down to humanity and look at the people and what they have to go through day by day. Everybody suffers one way or the other whenever it comes to this.
yes.
They do.
And our kids are suffering.
Yes, they
Our
do.
families are suffering. Our elderly is
They
suffering.
are. I've tried to get my little one now will be 10, and I was going up to the old place with mom and dad's, and I asked him if he wanted to ride up there with me, and he don't even want to go up there anymore because he don't want to look at it neither.
Right.
So
No. Well, no, it's hard. I mean,
it
this
is.
is
It's just a tough thing to have to go through every day. It's
every
just
single
it's
day.
not only the physical stress with it, but the mental stress that you have to go through and put up with all this. It's
Right.
just unreal.
Well, and because there's so many different levels, like you finally got home, so you should have relief, but then all your stuff isn't there.
No, and there was a guy just the other day. He told me, he said, "But look what you got out of this." He said, "You got a beautiful home." He said, "A whole lot better home than what you had to start with." I said, "But listen, I didn't ask for this."
Yeah. I'm proud of you not punching them in the face. So many people just speak word.
They
crap.
do. They
And
don't understand.
Right.
I didn't ask for this, and why not me? It happened to me. I'm glad. It just shouldn't happen to me or anybody else, but still, yet it's something that you don't want to be faced with. Just to be honest with you.
Right. Because the government's failing us
Exactly
at
right.
every level.
They are.
Federal, state. I feel like the locals are trying.
They are. I think our local people are trying harder than anybody.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people does not realize we are just small. When you come down to the county, when you've got your county manager, your commissioners, disaster, whatever, all these different ones that sits on this and try to get us help, we're just little. We're at the bottom of the pole, and it's hard to get anything done. Well, it's levels, and everybody knows this is you have to work your way up. That's to start at the top and funnel its way down. So, and we're at the bottom of the pole. And
Yes.
like I said, I've not got no complaints out of what's been done so far because, you've only got so much, that what I'm trying to say, you only got so much that our county officials can do. They're limited. So when I talked to Senator Budd's office, the guy told me, he said, we are one signature away from having this money released. And he said, we cannot get him to sign the bill. And I'm not going to say which one, but that's what I was told directly from his office.
Is they're waiting on somebody to sign a bill?
Wait on one person, their signature. Everybody else signed but one.
And they're just holding it.
They're holding it. So
this sucks.
It does.
We want to go up there and be like, sign it.
Yeah.
We need this. We have got to have some kind of relief here.
We do.
We're still looking at debris. We're still looking at homes that we've got one that's in the landslide mitigation that's hanging over the road.
Yes.
On Bolins Creek. Like a good heavy rain, that's got to make that whole community nervous that house is going to continue down the mountain.
It does.
This is hard, and sometimes it's like it's endless too. It's like it's just kick after kick after kick.
It is. It's not only, like I said, it's not only the physical stress you go through, but it's the mental parts that you have to deal with every day also with it. So
right. And it's getting a little worse on other levels. So not only is our county owed $122 million for cleanup and mitigation, but also the governor started this program called Renew NC. And that was supposed to be for anyone that lost their home, anyone that had damage to their home, anybody that needed to be refunded money or needed a new home built.
Yeah.
And so that program came out last June or July, and then people had all the way into January to sign up. And their big goal, they were pushing it so hard. We want 10,000 people to sign up. We've got $817 billion for this. So a lot of people, I think they ended up close to 7,000 applicants. Okay. Guess how many have been denied? What their denial rate is? It's almost 65%.
Yeah.
So they have the money. People are putting in their applications, and we have a 65% denial rate because they maybe make too much money or they don't qualify for the program. And I don't understand how losing your house doesn't qualify you or needing a repair.
Exactly right. If you lost a single wide trailer or a 10,000 square foot home, you lost everything you owned.
That's right.
No matter what,
Yes,
no matter if you made 50,000 a year or 200,000 a year,
exactly.
you lost what you lost.
You
Everybody lost. Exactly right.
worked your whole life for.
Exactly right. You lost it.
It's gone. And it's not coming back.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
I mean, we're doing our best, but we're so tiny.
Yeah.
It is so hard. So with the Renew and See program, I had one of our projects call, her foundation got destroyed. And so they're supposed to be paying for repairs or replacement, right? That's supposed to be some of the stuff you can sign up for. So this project had foundation damage, and they had an estimate to fix the foundation for $21,000. That's all they need. And so, of course, I said, sign up for Renew and See. The governor has sent, $817 billion. They will be able to pay that invoice and get your foundation fixed. They finally came out. I got the call when I was in Greensboro, so I guess it was 2 weeks ago. They sent out a contractor. The state did. They fit in the qualifications and the guidelines, so they were elderly and lower income. And they said, no, your house is too far gone. We're just going to build you a new house. So there's a couple problems with that. It's a $21,000 fix. She wants her foundation fixed. She doesn't want to move out and watch her house be torn down. She just wants them to fix the foundation. Yeah. Where's she going to go while they're building a new house?
Exactly right.
There's no rentals here. That's a joke. There's nowhere for her to go. And so it's like, and we see all the scamming in the news. We can't help but wonder who is saying no to a $21,000 repair bill versus a $350,000 house.
New house.
Like, why wouldn't you just fix her foundation? And they expect, oh, well, don't you want a new house? No, people don't just want a new house. They want to be okay again. They want to be made whole. They don't want to pack up 50 years worth of their belongings and move into a camper with 300 of their other neighbors living in campers, because that's a crap show.
Yeah.
Living in a camper. So we still have a lot of problems here. I think it is, we're still in very big trouble. And we love our locals. I think our local teams, our local crews, I think our county commissioners and our town manager has worked so hard to be the liaison. I'm not as friendly, and I'll be honest with you. And that's why I have to do this the way I'm doing it, because I just call them on their crap. Like, a couple of weeks ago, I got a shipment of sheetrock, right? And I showed the video of the sheetrock being brought in. I showed in the exact same video where the sheetrock was going, all these different projects I have lined up for it. I get a call from FEMA wanting to know how they can send people to get the sheetrock. And I'm like, that's my sheetrock, and I've got projects for it. I mean, it's just wild.
Yeah, it is.
How there's such a disconnect.
Yeah. There's
such a disconnect, I think, from the minions to the upper management, if that's what you'll call it, in all these government entities. And I've been pleased that our county commissioners have tried so hard. They're jumping through the hoops. They're working on the red tape. They're trying to do this the right way, to do this the way that they're told to do it, to get the funding and to help our community. But they keep getting, just pushback at a state and at a federal level. And that's been hard. Now but in another element that's very hard is you're a contractor.
Yeah.
You're our block mason. And so how has work like that been? I mean, how has it been with the work?
Well, ours has been it's been fairly slow. One of the reasons, I guess, is new homes as far as right here now, I think is a little bit slow. All right. For an example, so I'm out of the South Toad community. The Mount Mitchell Golf Course is destroyed. It's gone. Who wants to go up there, buy a lot, build a new house, and look at a disaster?
Yeah.
The same with my mom. If my mom and dad right now wanted to put their house on the market. It would not sell because of the 3 houses behind it that's destroyed and the stuff piled up behind it.
Yeah. And you can't touch it.
No, you
Because if
can't.
you touch it,
No.
then you're out of the program.
Yeah. And there is crews coming in here from everywhere doing work just ridiculously for the prices of stuff that they're doing. It's just unreal.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and it's wild because, I have heard people say, oh, we're hiring local. No, they're not.
No,
they're not. The people running and counting, because so when they do cleanup, they have to have counters. And so there are these little people in vests, which they're kind. I mean, I talk to them, but they're not from here. I've met one from Tennessee. I've met one from Georgia. I've met one from Florida. And they're coming here with out of town work. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the emergency management calling. Keep talking. Russ will keep you going. Russ, help him out.
Russ, keep going.
Hey.
Well, just keep telling your story, Matt. Keep telling your story while Steph's taking care of this.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we're as far as how things are, like
Yeah.
Stephanie was talking about, the people coming
Yeah.
in here. So there's different ones coming here,
Well,
different crews,
text me.
different
Tyler's there and
organizations.
Dom's there. Okay, thank you.
I'll do it this
Okay.
way. So let's go back when we first started this. So when me and my wife, we went and they had a supper for us at one of the community churches on South Toe. There was 4 different organizations there that we signed up for help, and I'm not going to mention the 4 organizations. So
What mine?
no, it wasn't Stephanie's. But anyway, one of the first ones we signed up for and talked to, they declined us because I myself had started the house myself. They would not help us. The other one we went to, they said that, yeah, they took our information. We'll help you, this, that, and the other. The other one, I never did hear nothing from. And then another one was not there. They just had just a card. So the one that said that they would help us give me a phone call back. It probably was in June. My house was finished. I had been moved in since the 3rd week of May, and they called and said, we're ready to start helping you rebuild. I said, I'm done moved in.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I said, yes. He said, well, their excuse was, said, we have started helping the people remodel first, and then we started with the rebuilds. And then it just progressed from there on out. And that's what I'm saying. There's so many that has come in here, and I think a lot of them just took advantage of a lot of the local people, just to be honest with you. So that's my opinion.
There's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of promises made that were not carried out. And what's been the hardest part, because, I'm screaming constantly, we have to hire locals. We have to give our locals jobs. As I raise money, I'm paying locals to do the work.
Yep.
Because skilled labor is hard to come by, but
It is.
because our economy is going to crash if we don't keep our people working.
Yep.
And all we're seeing now, and I see it here, people come in, I have at least 5 a week come and ask me for a job. And I say, where do you live? And it ain't here.
No.
It ain't here. They live sometimes as far as 4 or 5 hours away, coming up here trying to get work. And they're taking work from our families that need it.
They are.
And that has been tough. Kieran says, send in love. We'll send a little more tonight. Try to every month. Thank you so much, friend. We appreciate your support. We have so many amazing friends and followers on here that are helping us keep going. And it's been incredible, but it's been hard.
It has.
It's been hard to make sure that we're all, because I worry, of course, I carry your worry with me.
Oh yeah.
And what we've even been talking, okay, what's some other jobs we can get into, to make sure that our locals are staying busy, because you're not the only one seeing it.
Oh, I know.
It's across the board. We were talking about, you had saw in one of our local Facebook groups, someone had asked for a contractor and there were 26 people responded and only one was a local.
One was local. The 25 was well from here.
Yeah.
They were.
And so that makes it tough. I mean, I appreciate people wanting to work, but this is what's going to hurt us.
It is.
Because they don't, we just need to, we can't leave our locals out.
No.
And then we've also got some of the other organizations that have called for work, right? Tell us a little bit about that without mentioning who they were.
So we've done some foundations for some of the other organizations, and we done one. The last one we done was probably been a month ago, and they had 7 different ones they wanted us to do. So I went out, met with a guy, told him what it cost to do it. We got it done. So when it came time to pay, they paid me, and they were supposed to have sent me the address to go to the next one. And there was actually two different guys I was talking with this. One which hired me to do the job, the other one which was overseeing the job. So the guy that hired us to do the jobs, I told him I said, I need the address so I can get the footing started on this. And he said, what's the deal with this? I said, well, the other guy told me to hold up on it. He said, let me call and see. So anyway, long story short, he called back. He said, he said, they don't want to pay the money. He said, you're going to have to cut your price. I said, cut my prices. That's what we get. I said, we discussed this to start with. So anyway, there's another local guy that does it in the same business I am. I talked to him a couple of weeks after that. They done him the same way. He started doing them to start with. They tried to cut his price, and then back and forth on. And then, from what I hear right now, they've got some people coming in here from about 4 hours away staying and doing them now. So
yeah. And that's frustrating
to
me, because you need to work, our other friend needs to work.
It is.
And so instead what they've done is now they're bringing in people from off the mountain.
Yeah.
They took a pretty big facility and made it into sleeping quarters.
They did.
So now they've turned one of our local facilities into sleeping quarters, and they're just bringing in crews from other places to do the work, and wanted you, someone that lost everything, to drop your price.
Work for nothing.
And that's not fair.
No,
I mean, I don't think that's very upsetting to me.
It is.
And I'm judging them for that.
Well, I don't care that
millions.
Oh, I know.
The government gave them millions to do this.
I had help with mine from different Stephanie's organization, different ones. Another guy out of Georgia, Steve Gooch, Ground Grace Zero, helped a bunch. I don't care to help and give my labor free to do this. But on the other hand, when you turn back around and both of my neighbors are getting a house built for free, not costing them anything, and they're at their jobs, drawing their retirement, whatever. For me, on the other hand, I built mine, me, my son, my brother, and another guy, Frank, Carol, that works for us. We built ours, done 95% of it, didn't get paid a dime.
No.
And the other ones are getting paid. They rejected me because I started mine on my own.
Yeah. It's wild. It's
It is
crazy. Like I tell everybody, if you don't fit in the box, the
Exactly
perfectly
right.
square box for so many organizations, you're just sorry, can't help you. And look at you being, not going in a square hole.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's so frustrating, but we're going to keep fighting it. I'm
That's all we can
determined.
do.
We have to keep fighting. We have to keep sharing our story. And I'm so thankful that you did that. He said, keeping it local is detrimental. Have a blueprint for where Yancey County is going and preserving it, not only our heritage, but also our natural habitat. Thank you both for addressing this topic. It's true. I mean, he lost his apartments down 19W. They're still sitting there looking about to fall into the river any minute because he's also still waiting on his flood mitigation.
Yeah.
And our bridges are destroyed.
Oh, one of the guys that works for me, Frank, I took him home this afternoon. He lives at Hickory Springs. So there are two of the railroad carts where they put in for the bridges, and they said they're going to last 5 years. They're not. Felspar goes up to tractor trailers every day. 5 years, there's enough, as many bridges as there are in Yancey County right now to be replaced. If they started right now, they'd never replace them in 5 years' time.
I agree.
So where's our state at? Where's our state help? Where's our state contractors? Where's this stuff? Where's it leading to?
Well, and let's talk about, did you hear what happened up Jacks Creek and Toe River Road this week? So in some of my videos, y'all have seen it, but the bridge at Jacks Creek and Toe River Road, the one that had the sides were busted off. It's a 1-lane bridge. It was destroyed in the storm, and we've still been having to drive across it every day. There was a wreck this past week, a fatal wreck. And they did. I mean, did he just roll off the bridge or whatever? So, but this bridge has not been touched in 530 days. Yeah. I mean, 18-wheelers driving it, dump trucks. I bet 100 dump trucks a day go across this bridge. So, I don't know the full extent. I haven't seen any reports on it. This is from people that were on scene when they found it. We don't even know how long the truck was there, but the guy that found the truck said it was cold to the touch.
Yeah.
So we assume it must have been upside down in the river all evening. Then, and only then, did all of a sudden the bridge got shut down. They were knocking the remaining broken walls off and fixing that bridge that day.
Yeah.
But it took somebody dying
before they do anything.
before they
about
would do anything about it. And that's even more
it.
scary.
It is. So she said that. I'm going to say this. So, I may offend you. I may not offend you.
Oh, you're no
No.
offending. You're going to be good. Get
No.
ready for the mute button, Russ. I'm just kidding.
So when we see these things happen and we want to start blaming, starting at the county, don't start with the
Mhm.
county. You start at the very top. It's the very top. You leave the county alone, go to the state,
Yes.
go to Raleigh, go from Raleigh and work your way up. If
Yes.
you want to make a complaint, go to them. Our county officials, just like I said to start with, has very little control with this. We're waiting on help from the higher end, from
That's
the
right.
above ones, before we can have anything done.
Yeah.
And you can just say whatever you want to, but that's the truth's the truth.
It is. I mean, I feel like our county commissioners have worked tirelessly. They have worked so hard. They have tried all avenues to make sure to get the resources for us.
Yeah.
But we're just a little county. Yancey County has 17,000 people in it.
Yep.
So we're teeny tiny. I mean, down in Charlotte, there's neighborhoods that have 17,000
Exactly
people
right.
in them,
Yeah.
And so I feel like, and then Mitchell County has about 14 to 15,000. So 30,000 combined people in two counties, completely annihilated. And we're feeling so abandoned.
Oh yeah.
And there's bureaucracy. They're just creating these programs sitting in Raleigh and they're failing them. And I've even heard the governor is not pleased with the program either.
Yeah.
Well, make a change, do something, because we're down here or up the mountain, absolutely struggling and need this money. But I think our county commissioners have done a phenomenal job.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful for them, because they signed up to be county commissioners. They didn't know it was going to be in the middle of a freaking war zone.
They didn't.
How could anybody have known that? And that's exactly what we're still living in.
Yeah.
And so many of our neighbors are still living in,
Yeah.
and we're still fighting for them.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this before, if you got any kind of complaints, look around you. If you got a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back and food on your table, and you've not lost anything, don't complain. Be thankful. Be grateful for what you've got. We all can complain about things, and I'm not complaining. Like I said, I'm just I'm just a little bit upset because how we've been treated and we've been forgot about. But I shouldn't, I guess, complain about that, because we're all healthy and safe, got a place to live in right now. But if you go over the book of Psalms and read what David said. He said, I was once old and now young and never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread. So if you've got a roof over your head tonight and food on your table and you've got your health, you ain't got nothing to complain about.
Amen.
Don't fuss about anything. Don't fuss about anything, complain. We all can complain. We don't want to look at the blessings that we truly do have and that we're blessed with. And, we just got to pull together, not fight against one another, and try to get help in here to get the people that hasn't got what they deserve and get these people back in homes and get them back a place to live and get out of these campers and the places that they're at.
That's right. We have to be the difference.
Exactly right.
We have to be the difference. We have to be the louder difference. And as a community, I believe we have to come together. Yancey and Mitchell County as a whole, support our local government and help push them up so that they can get the help we need, because I can assure you they are trying their best. But at a state and federal level, that's out of our control.
Where's everybody when the flood and the hurricane first hit? How everybody come together? Where's that went? It's just went this way.
Right.
They busted up right back the way it was before it started, fussing at one another, at each other's throat. Oh, you can do this, do that. We can dig this up on one another.
Yeah.
Forget about that. Come back together, work together, get something done. Don't fuss about it.
Right.
Back one another. If somebody's trying to do something good, help them.
Yes.
We're just trying to get help in here for people that need the help.
Yes.
We don't need the fussing, the argument, the fighting, the background digging up on people, digging back. We've all done stuff in our past. We have. Everybody. They ain't nobody perfect. They ain't never been but one perfect here, and that was Jesus Christ.
That's right.
The rest of us has come short. So,
and God's been the one that's been standing.
Exactly right.
He's been with us. He hadn't abandoned us.
Exactly right.
But sometimes the devil creeps in.
It does.
And my Sid reminded me of that recently, because before I went to Greensboro, The Wednesday I was leaving, it was just hammer after hammer after hammer of bad things happening. And I was ready to lose my mind, completely lose my mind. And she's like, Mom, you got to come get your nails filled in before you go. You know, they need to look good. I can't have you going out looking like that. So I go sit in her desk and I'm trying to hold it all in because, you know, I'm sure like you have found sometimes we want to cry, but the tears don't come.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're just like an explosion. And I was at explosion level. And she said, you know, Mom, the devil's messing with you because, you know, God's getting ready to do something big. He said, you know, God's getting ready to do something big because the devil is steady on your tail. And that's how I feel. I mean, she was right. She was exactly right, because although things that I was not pleased about happened that Wednesday, which was, you know, the town center, they won't give me a road closure for my cruise into the Hollers. And we didn't get a grant we had applied for, and something else crazy. And I was like, wow, I'm going to lose it, you know, because I need the money to keep us rebuilding. And she's like, Mom, something good's coming. Something's good coming. And magical things have been happening. She was exactly right. God was getting ready to do something big.
Yeah.
And so I want to carry that with me every day. And I love telling people that, because as young as she is, she's so insightful to know that we have to stop trying to control the situation and be the difference. Come and support each other.
Yes.
Show up at the events. Show up at the meetings. You know, be a supporting neighbor.
Yes.
Instead of a neighbor that rips everybody down and is you know, trying to destroy our county.
Yeah.
Because we're already very broken. We don't need more
destruction.
We don't need more people ripping each other apart. I believe in our commissioners. I mean, I've been doing this the whole time. From Rose's parking lot all the way down here to the Hollers. They call me. They check on me. We talk. They're good people. They want to help our community. They're doing the best they can. So that's my 2 cents on that. Is we're past the preliminary elections, but November will be here in 8 months and we get to do it all over again. And I'm just praying that anybody that is running is kind and understands what they're signing up for too, because this is freaking hard. Yes. Brenda says, share the stories so those that can help will. I tell people all the time, y'all are still not okay. It's true. Thank you for telling people that, Brenda, because we're not. Every day is a different emotion. Every day is, you know, just, it's just hard.
It is.
I had a really, you know, we have donors. My favorite thing, although I have many favorite things, is I love when folks find our story and they want to help us and they make a big contribution, big or small. I always invite them to come to the mountains. And so this past week, we had a very generous soul come to the mountains. She spent 4 days with me, riding around, checking on projects, going to different places. And we had stopped and visited with Lynn Peterson. And I said, well, while we're back here, let me show you my favorite holler, because she loves nature and she loves the mountains. And there's, you know, Left Hand Fork back there at Pigeon Roost.
Yeah.
And I said, let me show you this road. It's magical. And in my very distorted mind, I guess I had still imagined it the way it was. I used to love going back there. I sold so many properties on Pigeon Roost because I would say, let me show you this hidden forestry. It's because it's national forestry land. Let me show you this really cool hidden road. And we get back there, and my first sign should have been the logging truck passing me on the road. That should have been the first sign that, Steph, maybe you shouldn't go down there. But I hadn't been there in a year and a half. And so I went, and the entire mountain, all of them going down Left Hand Fork, all of them for 30 minutes are just annihilated.
Yeah.
I mean, the trees that we lost back there on national forest land is unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
And the mountain is straight up and steep, plus the creek down the bottom. How will they ever clean it up?
Yeah.
You know, and I know that the forestry department has been talking to the loggers and they've tried to come to terms, but some bureaucrat in the forestry department is telling the loggers how to do it. Well, that'd be like me telling you how to lay block.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to lay block. I pay the professional. That's how it should be with to me, the forestry and the loggers, because that is the most dangerous job. The most, to me, of all dangerous jobs. Logging the mountains here in Yancey and Mitchell County is extreme. And so these guys, they have wives and families. They don't want to go on the side of the mountain and get hurt. And so that's been delaying our cleanup process.
Yes.
So we just have all these broken elements at all different places. And it's just hard. So we just got to keep screaming. We do. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having
Sorry
me.
it got a little crazy there. We got to get to the princess. Dawn went and checked on the princess and she's okay. She's okay. I got a text from my buddy Anthony in emergency management. I said, that's my kid. He's like, in the edge? I'm like, yes. So I think everybody knows us in the county and responded and
Yes.
took good care of her because I knew your message needed to be shared tonight. It's very important to me that people know because after your video went viral with the walkthrough, you called and said, Steph, get me back on the podcast. We got to talk about this. And you're right. Not everything can be sunshine and roses.
No, it's not.
We got problems here.
We do. We
And-
have. And
and
they need to be addressed.
yes, they do. So we're going to keep working through them. I'm glad you come on. You're still my favorite. Even though y'all are home, you're still my favorite. And getting rebuilt and rebuilding your businesses. I'm sorry how the other places are treating you. And I'm sorry about, other folks trying to come in and take our work. But I know that God has your back.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you have complete determination. And, this could be a time to, shift into something different. I believe in you. I know you can do anything. So more to come on what Matt's going to do. And your crew. Your crew's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to put you to building houses. We're just going to start building because I've got 34. So right now we've got 13 full rebuilds in progress. We have 34 waiting.
Yep.
That's a lot for me. I'm tiny. I'm teeny tiny.
Yep.
So
And we've got a son fixed to take the state exam to get his building.
I believe in
Contractor license.
Tub completely. He is absolutely going to rock it out
Yeah.
because you taught him, and your daddy taught you, and your brother. And that's the generational families that we have here. Is everybody sticking together,
Yep.
and we need everybody to continue doing that because I'm not going to give up. I promise I'm not going to give up.
We know you're not.
We're just going to keep fighting. We're just going to be going crazy. So, is there anything else you would like to tell our friends tonight?
I'm good.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving my community. I'll see y'all later. The hardest part isn't the knowing. It isn't knowing everything that you have to do to get everything back right. The hardest part are the memories. Knowing exactly how it used to look before the storm. That's the hardest part.